best Philly shell since Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
His defense was incredible.
Yeah. Defense, and he stayed, and that guy was putting the guy from Golden Boy, I can't remember his name, who he fought, but was just a good fighter and was really pressuring him. And Shakur stayed in the pocket.
Yeah,
he stayed in the pocket
because
people were calling him a runner before. He's not a runner.
Kerr, that guy will put anybody to sleep outside the ring, not inside the ring, because that's him. Like, he's the most boring fighter in the history of boxing, and they can say whatever they want. They can hype him up and all that stuff, but I really feel bad for him because there's no way they could put him on pay-per-view.
Joe Rogan recently broke down the highly anticipated Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez matchup, and his analysis cut straight through the hype. Rogan highlighted Shakur's elite defense, sharp timing, and exceptional ring IQ, while questioning how Teofimo's explosiveness and aggression would translate against such a disciplined technician. It wasn't trash talk, just a thoughtful examination of stylistic pressure and what truly decides fights at the highest level when the stakes are biggest in boxing.
Boy, Shakur, I just think he'll just keep the distance, keep it clean, bite when he needs to, box when he needs to. But I do like Lopez. He's very athletic, he knows how to box, and I think when there's an occasion like this, he does rise to it. But I just think Shakur's been around the world as an amateur as well as a pro. I think he's more of a seasoned fighter. I'd say Wood, maybe. I think they've both been a bit inactive, but I'd say Wood. I think he's a bigger puncher. I think he might just clip him and hurt him. Sugar Nunes, I was out in Japan. That's actually where I met Inoue at that fight. I'd never watched him before until then. He's relentless, he can hit hard, he's a small target. I'll go with Nunes. You gotta go with Shields. I think she's ticked every box as a pro and amateur. I think the fought before
The long-teased showdown between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez has finally been confirmed, set for January 31st, 2026, at the iconic Madison Square Garden in New York City, headlining the boxing card titled The Ring 6. Both fighters will compete at junior welterweight, 140 pounds, with Lopez defending his WBO super lightweight title while Stevenson moves up from lightweight to challenge him.
Style that works for Canelo himself didn't happen that night. I had Crawford winning the fight, and he did. So this is not that, you know? And my best attribute in my skill set is my footwork. So I look forward to seeing how much am I going to develop going against a fighter like him? What did I learn from all the fighters that I faced in my 23 fights as a professional fighter? So it's exciting.
Is there a rematch clause in this?
No rematch clause. We risk it all the time.
Stevenson is one of boxing's most technically gifted fighters, a former Olympic silver medalist with a flawless professional record. He's known for elite defense, smooth southpaw movement, and precision punching. Stevenson has climbed through multiple divisions and now aims to capture title gold in his fourth weight class. He's spoken openly about cementing his legacy as one of the greatest boxers ever, not just another champion. Stevenson insists his skill set and ring IQ will overwhelm Lopez, saying he's already seen the best of him and believes he operates on a completely different level.
Fight with Teo is either going to be you delivering a masterclass
or a knockout by Teo.
Yeah, are you getting into some type of brawl with Teo and end up getting knocked out, right? What are fans getting wrong about the matchup?
I think the fans is getting wrong about the matchup is where I'm not sleeping on that I know about Teo. Teo's a good boxer. He's boxer first. So we could say, oh, he's just gonna knock you out. Or he's just gonna, that's not him. He's boxing first. He's gonna want to establish distance and range on the outside and try to beat me up on the outside. So I think that's the main thing. And also the biggest thing that everybody don't realize with me, I can punch. Everybody say, oh, he can't punch, and then boom, crack somebody, and then they laying down, or something may happen to where they hurt or something like that. So I think that's two big things where
Shakur Stevenson claimed during a press conference that he sees clear weaknesses in Teofimo Lopez's game, particularly on the mental side, and believes Lopez doesn't fully understand how good he truly is. He brushed off concerns about moving up to 140 pounds, saying Lopez isn't much bigger and that muscle doesn't win fights. Shakur said he will be far sharper than in his last outing and plans to deliver a masterclass performance. While acknowledging Lopez as a high-level fighter, Stevenson insisted he's not on his level, stating he's already seen Lopez at his best and believes January 31st will prove who the true elite fighter is. Teofimo Lopez responded by saying this fight is happening because he wants the best competition, not easy matchups. He called it a legacy fight and said boxing needs elite fighters to face one another. Lopez warned that Stevenson is in for a rude awakening at 140 pounds, explaining that he's learned and evolved through hard battles at junior welterweight. He emphasized his unpredictability, claiming opponents never know which version of him will show up. Lopez said he thrives under pressure and believes his experience will be on full display, promising to defeat Stevenson and prove why he is the takeover.
I will be 100 times better come fight night against Teofimo Lopez than I was against Cepeda. 1,000 times better. Faster, sharper, stronger, mentally more on point, and I can't wait.
You said a couple of times now you see some holes in Teofimo's game. I know you don't want to give away your game plan at the kickoff press conference, but where are the weaknesses? Where are some of the weaknesses in his game?
A lot of the weaknesses is in his mental. I think it's more mental than anything, and I'm going to expose it.
You said in your last fight that you proved you were a dog against William Zepeda. What do you want to prove in this one?
That I'm the best. I want to show the world that I'm the best. After this fight, I want to be considered top 5 pound for pound fighter in the sport, and I can't wait to show it.
You said this week that you were in for a rude awakening when you get to 140. What do you think he's in for when he goes up against you?
I think he just don't realize how good I am. I think come fight night, he's going to realize that I'm going to take it to another level that he has never seen before. So if he's expecting the Lomachenko, the Josh Taylor fight to happen, it won't be that type of fight.
Teofimo, let me start with first, I've noticed you're doing a lot of reading and a lot of writing there as this pressure's been going on. What have you been kind of jotting down over the last few minutes?
Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Yo, for real, y'all not excited for this? Yo, hey, production, can y'all put the echo down a little bit? But listen, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm just, just doing some self-work. That's all it is. But nevertheless, man, shout out to the Knicks. NBA semifinals against the Orlando Magic. That's up, coming soon. Let's go Knicks. I'm excited for that. And yeah, man, y'all not excited, man? This is 2 of the guys that they say is the best of the best. About to lace it up here in beautiful Madison Square Garden, the mecca of boxing. January 31st. Chris Mannix, I'm happy, man. I'm grateful, thankful, blessed. And gonna have Shakur Jigama,
You said you're going to do what?
Jigga my balls.
What? Pause, bro.
You fell for
Wow,
that shit.
bro. Why you always doing that, bro?
To Niagara Falls.
Teofimo, you could have gone a few different directions for your next fight. Done a unification at 140. You've talked in the past about moving up in weight. Why was this the right fight for you?
Hold on, I'll tell you what.
Fuck you too, nigga. Fuck wrong with you.
I mean, come on now. Like, he's saying this, he's saying that, and the third, but in reality, man, this guy is the best, and we're here to face the best. And that's just what it is. Forget the rest. That's all it is, man. That's what it takes. We define the odds. We're against all odds. And to DraftKings and to all the betting odds out there, make sure you keep the odds in highly favored in Shakur. I got a lot of people that are starving. And,
Shakur Stevenson responded to Teofimo Lopez Sr., saying he isn't the same type of fighter as Vasily Lomachenko or Josh Taylor and shouldn't be compared to them. He acknowledged that Teofimo's team achieved great things against those fighters but said he still sees clear weaknesses in Lopez's game. Shakur pushed back on the claim that Teofimo has never lost to a southpaw, pointing out that he has never lost to an orthodox fighter either. He dismissed the idea that Lopez has faced truly elite opposition and said this matchup will be different, promising to expose those weaknesses and prove he operates on a higher level.
Did some great things against them guys. I seen a lot of weaknesses in his game too, and something that he said earlier, he said, Teo never lost to a southpaw. Well, I never lost to an orthodox. So, it ain't no different, but
the difference is you never fought no elite fighter.
Okay, I don't think y'all did either.
Oh, so you gotta show it, baby.
I don't think y'all did either. I ain't
It's
see.
not on my son.
I ain't see Lomachenko throw no punches.
You
for
never
6
been on a big
rounds.
stage like this.
I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches
You
for
never
6
been
rounds.
on a big stage like
I
this.
didn't see Lomachenko throw punches
'Cause we
for 6
froze him.
rounds. Okay, you gonna see.
We gonna freeze you too.
You better not throw the towel in.
Come on, man. You out of your mind.
Okay.
Shit. My son fought without
Well,
no
see-
air. My son fought without no air against Cambosos.
You can't fight
He
for
got
your
balls.
son. You can't fight
You
for
gonna
your
tell
son.
me, man? Come on.
You can't fight for your son.
I bet you gonna quit.
Yeah, okay, you gonna see.
All right?
Shakur, we've heard Senior say a couple of times or bring up the Zepeda fight, maybe kind of hoping that you fight that style. Do you think they're trying to get you out of your game in that way?
I will be 100 times better come fight night against Teofimo Lopez than I was against Zepeda. 1,000 times better. Faster, sharper, stronger, mentally more on point, and I can't wait.
You said a couple of times now you see some holes in Teofimo's game. I know you don't want to give away your game plan at the kickoff press conference, but where are the weaknesses? Where are some of the weaknesses in his game?
A lot of the weaknesses is in his mental. I think it's more mental than anything, and I'm going to expose it.
You said in your last fight that you proved you were a dog against William Zepeda. What do you want to prove in this one?
That I'm the best. I want to show the world that I'm the best. After this fight, I want to be considered top 5 pound-for-pound fighter in the sport, and I can't wait to show it.
You said this week that you were in for a rude awakening when you get to 140. What do you think he's in for when he goes up against you?
I think he just don't realize how good I am. I think come fight night, he's going to realize that I'm going to take it to another level that he has never seen before. So if he's expecting
Eddie Hearn called Madison Square Garden the mecca of boxing and praised both fighters for making a rare, legacy-driven matchup happen. He said Teofimo Lopez is the clear number 1 at 140 pounds, while Shakur Stevenson is the number 1 at 135, making this a true best versus best fight. Hearn emphasized that both men deserve credit for chasing greatness rather than easy money bouts. He highlighted Shakur's attempt to become a 4-division world champion at just 28 years old, saying fans should appreciate seeing 2 elite fighters in their prime risking everything for legacy.
Both of the guys are the respective kings of their division. Teofimo Lopez, the number 1 guy at 140. Shakur, the number 1 guy at 135. And when I heard about this fight, I didn't expect it to happen. And, you know, the work that His Excellency's done, Ring Magazine, to make this fight quite sensational. But the icing on the cake is to see the fight at Madison Square Garden. This is, for me, the absolute mecca of boxing. And speaking to Joel and Sal, the incredible team at the Garden, the pre-sale numbers are through the roof. This place will be full to the rafters on January 31st. You've got Newark against Brooklyn, but more importantly, you've got 2 generational great fighters. In Teofimo Lopez, a guy that beat the man at 135, up at 140. But this guy to my right, when you talk about chasing greatness, 28 years of age and trying to become a 4-division world champion on January 31st. Look at the names in the history that have done it. Roy Jones Jr., Pernell Whitaker, Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns, Juan Manuel Marquez. Greatness only gets appreciated over time. Let's acknowledge what we're about to see on January 31st. This is 2 guys in their absolute prime. And we should be very, very lucky in a sport that's dominated by money, and these fighters deserve every penny they get. These guys are chasing legacy. And that's so motivating to be involved in an event like this. And the undercard will be announced in due course. Frank Smith and the brilliant guys at Seller and Ring Magazine. Rick, thank you very much. This is just an incredible event to be involved with. But just take it in and enjoy what we're about to see. 2 great fighters in their prime.
Former world champion Tim Bradley believes WBC lightweight champion Shakur Stevenson is the one fighter capable of even dethroning unbeaten WBA champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Bradley confidently says Stevenson would outbox and defeat Tank in a future unification fight, pointing to Shakur's elite defense and high-level ring IQ as qualities that make him a nightmare matchup. Bradley views Stevenson as the ultimate test for Davis. Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez has highlighted his career-defining wins, including his upset victory over Vasily Lomachenko and his success at junior welterweight, to prove he thrives when underestimated. Lopez says he wants to shock expectations and believes his power and style can trouble Stevenson if he executes properly. His criticism of Shakur centers on the idea that Stevenson avoids getting hit, claiming that once Shakur's jab is neutralized, Lopez's pressure and power will decide the fight.
It's a free agency thing coming up. Any kind of wisdom, advice, and something for a young fighter?
Shakur don't need me to give him any wisdom. Shakur that guy, man. And call it whatever you want to call it. He ain't gonna be with Top Rank, whatever y'all want to say. You hated this. He don't need me to say what he needs to do. Shakur already knows what he needs to do. He's seeing Tank shine. He's seeing Tank get that attention. But his ultimate goal is to be the best at 135 pounds. That's his goal. So he gonna come in feeling some type of way. He gonna come in refocused, dedicated like always, and he gonna show y'all. He gonna show y'all what he's made of on that night when he returns. Trust me, he will. He has that in him, dog. He's different, cut from a different cloth, bro.
He's the one to beat. He's the one to beat Tank. You think?
Yeah, and call me a hater. I don't give a damn. Yeah, I keep coming at.
Stevenson's move to 140 pounds marks a major moment in his career, as it will be his first professional fight at that weight and comes against a proven champion in Teofimo Lopez, not a tune-up opponent. Many analysts view this as the toughest test of Stevenson's career so far. He's stepping out of his lightweight comfort zone to face a physically stronger fighter who has held and successfully defended the WBO junior welterweight title multiple times. Stevenson has made it clear he's chasing greatness, choosing a high-risk, high-reward challenge instead of easing into the division. Trainers and boxing insiders remain divided in their predictions, underlining just how complex and stylistically intriguing this matchup truly is.
Push myself. I know that Teo is a tremendous fighter. I know he's on an extremely high level. And I feel like, I know that I can beat him, but I know that this should be a tough test, so I'm ready.
Who were some of the other options you had?
Lamar Roach.
That would have been a real good fight, man. But I mean, Teo, he's a bigger name though, so I see why you went with him.
Yeah, bigger name, and also he got the more accolades. He's been undisputed before. He's won belts at 35, won belts at 30, at 40. So he's more accomplished. So I know that would be a better name on my resume.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that this is going to be a tough fight for you.
I mean, they absolutely right to have their opinion. I already know this guy's good. I done came up in the amateurs with him.
Renowned trainer Abel Sanchez has suggested that the fight's excitement will depend largely on Lopez's willingness to lead and press forward. If Lopez chooses to sit back and counter like Stevenson tends to do, the bout risks becoming stagnant. Sanchez predicted a potential draw if both men have strong rounds, but he also cautioned that the fight could lack fireworks if neither commits to decisive action. This highlights a common theme in professional analysis. Both fighters are brilliant technicians, yet neither is a natural aggressor, which could turn the matchup into more of a chess match than a non-stop action fight. Stevenson has hinted that some of the tension between him and Teofimo Lopez goes beyond boxing, rooted in perceived jealousy and frustration over recognition and visibility in the sport. He interpreted some of Lopez's past comments about ESPN's promotion of fighters as resentment toward the spotlight given to black fighters like Stevenson and others on the network. The controversy centers on Lopez saying that if ESPN wanted the black fighters, they could keep them, a remark made out of frustration over how he felt he was being prioritized, or not, by ESPN and his promoters despite his accomplishments. That comment sparked significant debate, with fans and pundits questioning Lopez's motives and mindset, and how it reflects on his rivalry with Stevenson.
With Teo, when it comes to actual rapid speed, I would have to go with Teo. But when it comes to body punching, when it comes to good timing, when it comes to craft, I would have to give all of that to Shakur Stevenson.
What do you think, Doug?
They're both boxers. I look at Stevenson as a versatile technician. I look at Teofimo. He's a boxer puncher, but his specialty is his counter punching. Listen, if Stevenson wants to be on his stick and move game, very difficult style matchup for Teofimo, and maybe not that entertaining to the fans.
Because Stevenson's longer.
Exactly.
Stevenson's defense is probably the best in the game, and he's longer.
Great reflexes and timing, and so does Teo. That's why he's a great counter puncher. But he's a very special athlete, and as a competitor, he is one of those guys who saves his A game for a fellow elite opponent. That's when he really rises his game and shows us the Teofimo Lopez that everybody thought he was when he was a prospect. People used to look at him and say, oh, this guy is going to be the star in boxing. It didn't really play out that way, but every now and then he reminds us how special he is.
Teofimo is a two-division Ring Magazine champion in both fights where he won the Ring Magazine Championship, he was the underdog. 4-1 underdog against Lomachenko. People forget, Lomachenko was taking elite fighters in the lower divisions and they were quitting.
Yes.
He was beating them into something. They were like, I can't do this, right? And Teofimo beat him. Right, he outboxed him.
Yeah, he didn't do it by physically imposing himself on him.
He outboxed him, he outfought him, he had speed, power, and then again, against Josh Taylor at junior welterweight, he was the underdog.